Hi, I'm Erin Birt. I'm the mediator and attorney here at Birt Family Law. And today I wanted to talk to you about pet custody law here in Illinois. As of January 1st, 2018, Illinois law allows judges to consider pets' well being during divorce proceedings. This progressive change recognizes pets as more than mere property, reflecting the deep emotional bonds between pets and their owners. Since its introduction, this law has led to evolving interpretations and practices. And here is an update to look at how this law impacts you and perhaps your divorce case in 2024. Illinois judges now assess several factors when determining pet custody. They will consider some key aspects, such as companion animal status. Pets are acknowledged for their companionship and emotional support, not just property. The judge will also consider well being of the pet. Judges consider the pet's overall well being, including their physical health and emotional stability. Some key aspects to consider are also the primary caregiver role. This person is mostly involved in day to day care and the bonding of the pet. And these two things are given significant consideration, such as who takes the pet to the vet and who is there perhaps on a more consistent basis and is around the pet. Do they walk the pet? Are they home to feed the pet? Do they let the dogs or the other pets out regularly, or are they groomed by that person? And then another key aspect to consider is the financial responsibility for the pet. So, the financial capability of each party to care for the pet is recognized and acknowledged. And these include expenses for medical care, food, and other needs. And so, when you're negotiating who should keep a pet, those are some of the things and factors that you should consider. Now, we've had some updates since 2018. So, there has been some research and some insights that we have been able to gain since 2018. And we're noticing that there is an increased focus on pet well being. So, recent studies and legal trends emphasize the importance of pet well being in custody decisions. So, research is showing that pets significantly impact humans' mental health, and courts are increasingly considering this in their rulings. The courts are also looking at the best interest of pets in more detail than perhaps maybe even in 2018. And it's a trend throughout the US. So jurisdictions across the US are also focusing on the best interests standards for pets. So this includes evaluating factors such as the pet's routine, environment, and the pet's own emotional needs. And things that are starting to trend are pet experts. So we are starting to take expert testimony, either in mediation, you can invite an expert into the room to talk about what is going on with the pet and what the needs of both the parties and the pet can be. And so expert testimonies are very important now. And in complex cases, courts may rely on veterinarians or animal behaviorists to provide expert opinions on the pet's well being and care needs. Now, I have in my network a animal behaviorist that can plan with my families early on to highlight some considerations that are more than just can you financially be responsible for the pet? You know, they take a look at what's going on with the pet's personality or needs. And if it's a reactive pet, does somebody have an environment or can they be capable of having an environment that will help avoid those triggers for the pet? Because unfortunately, we see a lot of pets being relinquished or dropped off at various shelters post divorce because people aren't accounting for some of the stress and what happens when a pet is now in a completely different environment, not with the entire family, not with their entire pack. And so I have encouraged my clients to invite animal behaviorists into the mediation room or into the negotiations early on, and we've had great outcomes. Another trend or insight that we've gained since 2018 is a higher need to draft pet custody agreements early on. So some couples are now choosing to create detailed pet custody agreements outside of court. And these agreements can outline visitation schedules, responsibilities of the parties, and their financial arrangements. And so this provides a great structured approach to making sure that the pet is well taken care of and everybody's needs are spelled out and what they need to do to have a smooth transition. And then another insight we've gained since 2018 is technology in pets. There's a rise of pet technology such as GPS trackers or health monitoring devices. There's red light therapy. There's other financial considerations as well that have emerged since 2018. And a lot of this technology can also produce new evidence or at least new support that can be used in discussions about pet custody disputes to demonstrate care and attention to the pet. So, how do we address some common challenges? While the law provides a framework for pet custody, there's several challenges that remain. And there's a lack of definitions within the law. Our law in Illinois might not clearly define companion animals or the specific criteria for assessing a pet's well being. And so that can lead to some variability within court decisions, within each case, within mediation agreements, and within those custody agreements that attorneys are drafting for their clients. So, if I could leave you with some tips to help you, these would be the tips that I would give you. To navigate pet custody issues effectively, I recommend collecting comprehensive records. Gather all relevant documents, including veterinary records, training and obedience certificates, any evidence or any support for your involvement in the pet's care, or any support for the pet helping you with perhaps any mental health concerns or any emotional concerns, or it could be a support animal for your child. And I've had cases where I have an only child that is very bonded to an animal, and to disrupt that on a regular basis could be a significant impairment to both the pet and the child. Some other tips are consider pet custody agreements that have specificity. And so, if possible, negotiate a pet custody agreement with your significant other or your spouse to avoid court disputes and to ensure that you have a clear plan for shared responsibilities. While courts now have authority to hear pet custody issues, I will say they don't typically devote a lot of time to it. So you will still need an attorney or a mediator that is supportive of pet custody agreements and can draft those with specificity. And consult with experts. That's my last tip that I'm going to leave you with today. You need to engage with veterinarians, ask them their opinion about your pet. Um, you can call us and rely on our network of pet behaviorists. Or if you have a pet behaviorist that you prefer, perhaps ask if they would be willing to help you craft a pet custody agreement so that everybody has a smoother transition. And so using experts can really strengthen any agreement that you reach because you'll have both professional insights and you will be addressing your pet and your family's needs. So if you would like to work with us, you can call our office for a free 15-minute call. You can set an appointment with me, which we set aside a planning session to discuss things in more depth. But we are here to help you with your pet custody issues for your beloved pet. Our team's here to navigate this with you and this evolving area of law to ensure the best outcome for both you and your pet.